Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Aaron Fort, and we are here to introduce the concept of a new series here on the channel. We're going to be introducing in this video the next read-along on Strip Cover Lit, and it will be a read-along for Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. It really helps me out if you guys hit the like button. George Saunders is one of the authors that I have tried to promote on Strip Cover Lit since inception, really, going story by story through 10th of December as I had. And this is Saunders' first foray into novels, and it is a foray that gained him much acclaim, but something that I have still yet to have read. But we're going to be doing a 7-part series here on the channel. We're finishing up The Shining on Friday. So I think next Wednesday we will begin Lincoln in the Bardo. And we're going to continue with Henrik Ibsen on Mondays. Lincoln in the Bardo will be Wednesdays, and I'm going to move the weekly reader to Fridays. So what are we doing with Lincoln in the Bardo? Part 1 will be chapters 1 through 27, pages 1 through 88. Part 2 will be chapters 28 through 42. And of course, Saunders being Saunders, he had to be a rascally little prick and put these in Roman numerals. So I had to decipher them as I went. George Saunders, you prick. So part 2 is pages 89 through 144. Part 3, chapters 62 through 74 and pages 196 through 246. Part 5 will be chapters 75 through 83, pages 247 through 278. The final part of the read-along, so chapters 84 through the finish, will be for pages 279 through, obviously, 343. And the conclusion of this series will be a review on the novel, which is Lincoln in the Bardo. And it is one which will... So, George Saunders is always an incredibly fast read, but I think that is not to let you get confused with the fact that maybe George Saunders does not pack a whole lot of punch into his writing. He does. And there's going to be some heavy and weighty stuff, but it will be levied by humor. And as well, this book is broken down into a very strange format, which you will recognize for being a strange format immediately. And I have another book, if I can find it. I've had a hell of a time finding it, that I will introduce during this series, because I think this may just be the new wave, pretentious way of writing, which I would not put it past Saunders to introduce this, to nab his introduction to the novel format with a type of writing that he can see very clearly is as pretentious as it is, and make you deal with it as you go along. But if I can find that book, I will definitely be introducing it, as well as introducing things that I know biographically about Lincoln, primarily through Lincoln's Melancholy, which is a biography that I have read on Lincoln, but I seem to have misplaced it recently because I used it for a one of the weekly readers. But there are some things in there, just knowing what I know about this story, that might be interesting to work into that series as well. But like I say, guys, hit the like button to help me share this message, because I would like to promote George Saunders as much as possible, and maybe share this video if you get the chance, if you know anyone who would be interested in a read-along of Lincoln in the Bardo. And I hope to see you on that read-along as well, because it is going to be an experience, undoubtedly.